Good day, everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of the Doc Live session. My name is Mornay, and I'm Jobdoc's Communications Coordinator. As you may know, Jobdoc is a recruitment agency that helps incredible people build an amazing career working from home for a United States-based business. As we offer full-time remote career opportunities, it's crucial to know how to maintain your computer and keep it up to date. If your computer has been giving you some problems lately, this live session is for you. Isn't it right, Alina?
Absolutely. Hi guys, my name is Alina and I am Jobdoc's brand ambassador. Welcome to the Doc Live and thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, as Morna mentioned, we are here to help you enhance your computer's performance. Please keep a pen and paper nearby as we are going to share 5 tips for being a good caretaker of your computer. We are confident in saying that if you follow our advice today, you will see positive results. While we are sharing some tips, we kindly invite you to ask your questions regarding Jobdoc and the application process in the comment section.
That's right. We will gladly answer them before we end the live session. Do not hesitate to ask for tips and recommendations regarding our career opportunities as well. Please remember that if you seek an opportunity where you can grow professionally, you found the right place. It's called Jobdoc. The career opportunities we offer are full-time and well remunerated.
Definitely. Remember that the Doc live session intends to inform but also to help you guys. We are happy to assist you. You can start asking your questions immediately and we'll be sure to answer them at the end of our topic. Also, please remember that we'll post this live session recording in LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube after we finish streaming so that you can watch it again from scratch whenever you want. We're moments away from kicking off today's topic, but before we get there, we would like to mention a few disclaimers.
We are a recruitment agency.
We never ask our candidates for money at any step of the application process. If someone asks you for money, please ignore the request and report the account. Do not give out your money because that is 100% a scam. Take care of your money and your information, please.
Please remember that applying does not guarantee you'll get hired. Just like in any normal job, you need to prove how you would be a great asset for the company and follow every instruction in the application process correctly in order to be able to complete it successfully and become part of the team.
Thank you for listening to our important disclaimers. Without further ado, let's start with today's topic. The first tip that I would like to share is to delete unused files. Okay, we know that in this day and age, our computers have so much more storage space than those from way back in 2003. That's such a relief as you can add more programs, photos, videos, and even video games. But with great power comes great responsibility. A hard drive that's too full can slow down your computer tremendously, causing crashes and lots of frustration. Take some time to browse your computer's apps, software programs, and files. You might realize that several files you haven't used in a while are taking up a lot of space. Be sure to delete everything you aren't using or buy an external hard drive to safely transfer the files to your small USB storage box. That way you'll free up space and notice a positive change in your computer's performance. It's best never to exceed 90% of your computer's storage capacity. As for some extra advice, keep the icons on your desktop to a minimum. The recycle bin should always be empty and clear your browser cache.
That is incredible advice. So once you deleted unused files and you have more storage, you should consider downloading an antivirus program. Many viruses could land on your computer through browsing the internet, downloading unsafe files, and connecting to an open network. For example, have you seen the "click here to win $1 million" ad? The excitement might overwhelm you, and instead of winning the jackpot, you'll end up with 1 million problems. To avoid seeing those ads, our suggestion is for you to download Ad Blocker. It's a trustworthy extension for Google Chrome, Firefox, and some other browsers that will prevent you from seeing ads when browsing through the internet. With this extension, you will avoid distractions and possible viruses. A computer virus is a malicious software that travels between computers and corrupts software and data, leading to serious functional problems and causing data loss and leakage. Honest, Jobdoc's IT director, appeared on episode 32 of the Pumped Up Quacks podcast. By the way, listen to it on Spotify. In this episode, Honest explains the importance of maintaining your computer. According to Honest, installing an antivirus program on your computer is a must, and he suggested downloading one of the following programs: Bitdefender, Total AV, Norton, McAfee, and Panda.
An antivirus program is a must to keep your personal data safe. The programs which Honest shared are definitely the best out there, guys. Be sure to check them out. Okay, so my next tip is closely related to the first one I shared, but please hear me out. If you don't have the time to delete your unused files manually, we've got a solution. Consider a device optimization program if you are looking for a straightforward way to clean and speed up your desktop or laptop. These software programs scan your computer to find files and processes that may take up space. You'll have the option to either keep some of the files or delete them all. The result is a healthier, faster computer. So we suggest the following programs: Advanced System Optimizer, iYOLO System Mechanic, Advanced PC Cleanup, and CCleaner.
That tip will surely make life easier for those who don't have the time to delete their files manually. Great advice, Borne. Thank you for sharing that. And well, if you follow all of our tips and it seems that your computer is still running slow, maybe it's best to upgrade your equipment. But where should one start might be the question that many would ask. Well, we are here to help. Technology evolves, meaning that the hardware we need to run the latest programs needs to be up to date. You might need to upgrade the following: solid-state drive, or SSD. Consider buying a solid-state drive that allows your computer to find files faster, as it uses flash memory to eliminate the moving parts in the hard drive. For laptops, SSDs are more durable and energy efficient. At the same time, don't forget about the random access memory, or RAM. The purpose of RAM is to store the short-term data that a PC requires to operate properly, increasing the speed at which memory transfers information to other components. More RAM means more efficiency. For example, if you have 4 GB of RAM, consider buying 8 GB or 16 GB. Also, consider upgrading your motherboard, graphics card, and CPU. If you upgrade the motherboard, graphics card, and CPU, you'll allow your computer to run smoothly without any problems. And last but certainly not least, you can also consider replacing your laptop. Almost 90% of the hardware on your laptop can be replaced as long as the parts are compatible. But we suggest upgrading the laptop to a newer version, which could save you time and money if you trade it in.
Guys, you will see incredible results if you upgrade the hardware that Alina mentioned. I recently upgraded myself, and from what I had to what I have now, performance-wise, is absolutely mind-blowing. But maybe you are unsure how to clean, upgrade, or maintain your computer, or maybe you don't have enough time to do so. No worries, because there are people out there who are passionate about servicing your device. Having your computer checked now and then is like going to the dentist. It's absolutely crucial. Simply visit a tech store, explain the issues you encounter with your computer, and allow them to do some magic. Be sure to return your computer or laptop if you are not satisfied. You paid hard-earned money, and therefore you deserve the best service, guys.
Absolutely. And well, that's it for today's topic. We truly hope that you found some useful tips during today's live session. Remember to give us a like if you enjoyed this topic so we know. And also, if you joined late to this live session, don't worry, because we'll post the recording in LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube for your convenience so that you're able to rewatch it from the beginning whenever you want and maybe make some notes.
Yes, exactly, guys. You can find this recording on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Okay, so while you're writing in the comment section, we want to remind you to subscribe to our newsletter. The Job Flash newsletter includes our open virtual assistant positions for the week, our blogs regarding productivity and home office, and of course the weekly tea blogs where we share all the success stories and testimonials of team members from all around the world. Also, don't forget to visit our resources section on our website. There are many useful resources that you can consult at any time in case you need them.
That's right. And guys, you won't want to miss our next upcoming live session because Morne will be joined by a very special guest on his next Morne's World live session, streaming exclusively on Instagram, next Wednesday, April 19. Morne and his guest will discuss the application process in great detail and give you more valuable tips. Be sure to check it out, guys. It's an entertaining and insightful live session.
Thank you so much, Alina. Yes, guys, you're always more than welcome to join my world as we'll have a lot to discuss and we'll also be answering questions from the audience. We'll start live streaming at 1 p.m. Eastern Time sharp, so please remember to set a reminder. Okay, so now we want to show you one of our testimonials from a virtual assistant that is currently working remotely for a US-based employer with Jobdoc. Let's check it out.
You need to apply right now, like 100% sure. And I 100% recommend this type of job in Jobdoc because they're super great with you. They care about you. They're asking that everything is good if you need something. We have this type of meetings that are actually super fun to do. So yeah, you need to apply right now.
Thank you for watching this incredible testimonial and for your attention during today's topic. Morne and I really hope you found it insightful. We really wish you guys the best of luck if you decide to apply for one of our remote work career opportunities. Now, without any further ado, we're ready to answer your questions. If you haven't sent one, be sure to do it in the comment section, please, and we'll be happy to answer. So let's start with the first question. Okay, so this one says, what can I expect from the marketing position? Thank you very much for your question. Well, the virtual nature of this job requires a motivated, tech-savvy individual with solid communication skills. This is crucial. This role is primarily content creation, which includes graphics and video, also copywriting and digital marketing analysis. But it may include other tasks defined by the employer's needs. The starting pay is $1,000 per month. And remember that if you're interested, you may apply today by visiting our website, jobdoc.com. If you have any further questions, we're here to help.
Exactly. Okay, so the next question, will you all be hiring in South Africa soon? Okay, so thank you so much for your question. We are unable to say when we would resume hiring from South Africa, but rest assured that we will announce it across all of our channels when we do. I also highly encourage you to subscribe to our weekly Job Flash newsletter. You can find it on our website, and we will also inform you there once we hire from South Africa again. So please be sure to check that out. We are sharing some insightful information on the newsletter, and of course on our social media channels as well. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Okay, so this one says, what are the requirements for the intake specialist job? Well, you need to have strong written and verbal English skills. You need to have excellent oral and written communication skills. You need to own a reliable and updated PC, a headset, and a good internet speed. If you want to know how you can get it to be more reliable and updated, you can rewatch this live session because we literally shared many tips for that to be a good taker for your computer. You must also be competent and proficient in MS Office, which includes Word, Excel, and Outlook at a minimum. To be honest, the more computer experience, it's better. You also need to have strong interpersonal skills and exemplify excellence in customer service. You need to have computer literacy, that's imperative. Furthermore, you must have a positive attitude. You need to be detail-oriented and willing to go the extra mile to get the job done right the first time. You must be a team player since you will be matched with a US-based firm, so you will have a boss, you will have colleagues, so you must be a team player. And you also must have good people skills because you will be the intake specialist. You are sometimes the main point of contact between the clients of the firm and the firm. So that's why you need to have really excellent good people skills and communication skills. And well, you also need to be able to follow instructions and ask follow-up questions if need be. You must be able to handle working with several databases of information. You might have to have the ability to work with minimal to no supervision because you will be working from home. And you also need to have a creatively problem solving and come up with solutions. So yes, those are some of the things that we're taking into account as requirements for the intake specialist position. And most of the things that I just shared apply also for other positions.
That's amazing advice, Alina. Okay, so for the next question, what are the filters to apply? Okay, so, well, we cannot tell you what the filters are, as that would give you an unfair advantage over other candidates, of course. And it cannot be called a challenge if you have all the answers. We recommend that you should read and follow the instructions on the application as best as you can to increase your chances of advancing in the application process. I also highly encourage you to download our resources, which you could also find on our website at jobdoc.com. There are plenty of resources and it is super, super insightful. So, and it's also free. So please be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you, guys. Keep them coming. Okay, so this one says, good afternoon, Alina and Morne. I have my interview today. Can you give me tips, please? Sure. Well, basically, punctuality is key, so show up on time. Also, make sure your equipment works properly. Try to make audio and video tests hours before the interview starts so that you are sure that you won't have any issues related to the audio or video not showing or that they cannot hear you. So make sure to do some tests before the interview. Be sure to also have your background, like to have a clean background and that you take the interview in a quiet space. Also, please make sure that you are dressed accordingly. Remember that first impressions matter. So I personally recommend that you dress professionally and put your best foot forward. We also, this is similar to what Morne shared, we also have a free resource with tips for the interview, which we highly recommend that you consult to. We can guarantee you it's super insightful. The resources section will be super helpful for everyone in any of the stages of the application process, just like Morne shared. And they are free, so yeah, make good use of them.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to answer two questions at once. The first one is, what are the minimum requirements for internet speed? And then what kind of questions are asked during the first interview? Okay, so to answer your first question, the minimum requirements for internet speed is 30 megabits per second. And then to answer your second question, what kind of questions are asked during the first interview? So you could expect some general questions regarding the position you are applying for, your skills, your experience, your expectations, and so on and so forth. Alina just mentioned she actually gave some incredible advice regarding the interview. So please be sure to be in a quiet environment. Also show up on time. Please be sure not to be late for your interview. It will just show, that you are professional. And even though it is a virtual interview, it is still a full-time career growth opportunity. So it is super important to be on time. And yeah, at the end of the day, just give it your all. And yeah, from our end, we are crossing our fingers and we wish you the best of luck.
Exactly. Best of luck, guys. Exactly. Okay, so, this one says, what are the requirements for applying to one of our job offers? For one of your job offers? Okay, so to apply, you need a good English proficiency level, a personal computer or laptop, a headset, and to have a good internet speed of at least 30 megabytes per second, just like Morne just mentioned. And also your equipment must be updated and reliable. Once again, today's live session, we helped you with some tips on how to keep your equipment updated and reliable. So be sure to check again the live session. We'll leave the streaming recording in the 3 platforms so that you can watch it after we finish streaming. So yeah, so that you can see all the tips that we just gave to make sure that you have this requirement of your equipment being updated and reliable. And well, you also need to match our core values, which are the ABCDEs. A stands for attack your day, B for be incredible, C for complete the job, D for dream big, and E for excuse-free attitude. And well, please remember that depending on the position that you want to apply for, there may be other requirements apart from the ones I just mentioned. The ones I shared are needed for any of our positions, but be sure to visit our website to know more about the specific extra requirements for the position that you're interested in applying for. Or you can ask us right now, and Monia and I are happy to assist you with any questions. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Okay, so I hope I don't mess up your name, but I would just like to give a shout out to Jerome. Jerome is asking quite a lot of questions. So yeah, thank you so much for that. As Lina just mentioned, we will gladly assist you. So please keep the questions coming. So Jerome is asking what topics are covered during Jobdoc University. Okay, so the course will give you important information and the skills necessary to help you be the best virtual assistant you can be. You'll be given more detailed information by the course administrators when you reach that stage. So once you reach that stage, you will be given more information. And yeah, I mean, if you are currently still in the application process, we do wish you the best of luck. It's an amazing course, by the way.
Okay, so next question. Hello, guys. What do you mean when you request a marketing portfolio? Okay, perfect. Excellent question. Well, a marketing portfolio is a document that you can use to highlight any previous marketing experience, be it in design, marketing campaigns, or even data analysis. Some examples of your work, such as blog posts and emails, may be easier to display compared to less tangible work, for example, working on a marketing strategy or making SEO-related tweaks. Learning how to present different aspects of your work visually is an absolutely crucial skill. You should include in your marketing portfolio examples of your work with links or screenshots. And other elements of your portfolio could include things like more details about your approach to the particular campaign, longer blog post type pieces related to your work, or even testimonials from your previous customers. It could be anything potentially interesting to the client, highlighting your perspective on writing copy, email campaigns, and design, depending on your role. And yeah, I hope it's clearer now. And also, friendly reminder that one of our resources gives some cool tips on how to create your marketing portfolio. So be sure to consult it and download it free from our website. Just visit our website, jobdoc.com, go to our resources section, scroll down until you find the one about the marketing portfolio, and you can download it for free. I can guarantee you it will be a lifesaver.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is, Alina. I would just like to remind the audience that we are currently streaming from YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So guys, once we are done with this live session, and if you are late to this live session, we will post the recorded version on those 3 channels. So please be sure to check that out as well. But I mean, if you are late to the party, you can still ask your questions regarding Jobdoc, the application process. Alina and I are here to give you some tips and advice. Okay, so Alonso from LinkedIn is asking, I was told that I couldn't have another job or do freelancing on my own while working for Jobdoc. Is this true? Okay, so Alonso, Jobdoc offers full-time positions that require you to be on the clock for 40 hours per week. Juggling another job whilst working full-time is not ideal. So, of course, you need to pay full attention to your current, to your daily tasks and all of that. So, you know, Jobdoc requires someone that pays close attention to detail while working. So, I mean, if you are taking on some other tasks like freelancing, for instance, you are not going to pay full attention on your current tasks. So it is vital that you only focus. Let's say, for instance, you apply for a career opportunity at Jobdoc and you are working with us. It's super, super crucial that you pay full attention to your role and not take on anything else. So yeah, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so next question, what is the schedule? Well, thank you for your question. Well, our schedules vary from case to case since they depend entirely on the needs of our clients and employers. However, due to our company's international status, your schedule will not exceed 40 hours a week. And a friendly reminder that everyone gets a 1 hour break for lunch and 2 15-minute breaks. So that's one of the perks of working with Jobdoc. And yeah, just like Morning mentioned, please remember that, guys, that we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you know maybe a loved one, a family member, a friend is looking for a job and you think Jobdoc would be a good career opportunity for them, let them know that we're streaming right now. They can join right now. They can send their questions right now in the comment section. We will be happy to assist. We still have plenty time, plenty minutes, so we're here to help. So please let them know that we're streaming. They can either join us via YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook, just like we mentioned. And yeah, they can rewatch this whole live session from scratch. We're leaving the recording in the 3 platforms, so no worries. You can save to watch later as well and take some notes. And yeah, but right now is the time for question and answer. So you guys, if you have any questions, let us know in the comment section and we are answering right now live. So thank you.
Absolutely, guys. Please keep the questions coming. Okay, so Andrea watching on LinkedIn says, I applied and still waiting. Okay, so Andrea, it takes 5 to 7 business days to get a response. So please keep an eye on your email inbox, and that also includes your spam folder, as our emails sometimes land in there. So Andrea, if it has been longer than 7 days, please email help@jobdoc.com to follow up on your application. So the email address is help@jobdoc.com. We wish you the best of luck.
Best of luck, guys. Okay, so here we have another question. It says, hello to you as well. Hello, I applied and got rejected. Can I reapply? I really want to work with you guys. Yes, you can reapply. You will need to use a different email address for your application. Please make sure to read the instructions thoroughly for your application to meet our requirements. If your process stopped after the interview, please contact your guide to find out if you're eligible to reapply. I also suggest you read our blog about Jobdoc's top 3 secrets available on our website in the blog section, and hopefully it will help you submit your application successfully. Also, once again, feel free to consult and download our free resources. These resources have great tips about several different matters such as professional references, improving your English level, preparing a marketing portfolio like the one we just mentioned, your resume, among other things. So yeah, and it's free, guys. So yeah, make good use of the resources. And well, we wish you the best of luck. If you are a candidate that is eligible to reapply, you need to ask Jobdoc. Please contact your guide to know. And if you are, we wish you the best of luck if you decide to reapply.
Best of luck, guys. Pal, Sharon from LinkedIn is absolutely on fire. Sharon is asking another question. So yeah, I mean, another shout out to you, Sharon. You are asking a lot of questions and yeah, we enjoy that so much. So thank you so much for sending another question.
Thank you.
Okay, so Sharon is asking, is there room for negotiation for the salary, or is everything starting off with $1,000 for the marketing assistant role? Okay, so thank you so much for your question. The starting salary for marketing assistant is $1,000 for all. So it is $1,000 for all. If you haven't applied yet, please visit our website at www.jobdoc.com. Click on our career opportunities, hit the apply now button, and yeah, hopefully we'll meet you soon. So yeah, thank you so much for another question.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for all your questions. Guys, this is the opportunity to ask your questions and get an answer like live right now. So please send your questions. Remember, once again, we're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn all at once. So yeah, please let us know in the comment section if you have any other questions. We still have time, so please send us your questions. And well, we have another one here. This one says, why are you not hiring people from Guatemala? Well, due to our company's logistics, we are currently hiring people from Argentina, Colombia, El Salvador, Honduras, and Mexico. But we are working very hard to expand our services to your country. So check our posts constantly and, of course, subscribe to our newsletter to get this information if we ever have any updates regarding the countries that we hire from. But yes, thank you for understanding. At the moment, we're only hiring people from Argentina, Colombia, El Salvador, Honduras, and Mexico. If this changes, we'll let you guys know. Subscribe to the newsletter.
Exactly. Okay, so Cesar and Po Barrios from YouTube is saying hello. Hello to you as well.
Hello,
guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hola, hola.
Cesar. Thank you, Pau. How are you guys? If you have any questions, let us know, please.
Yes. Okay, so Miguel from YouTube says, what an amazing live session. What are the tasks and duties of an intake coordinator? Okay, Miguel, thank you so much for your question. So the tasks are the following. You could expect to welcome and register new clients, maintain and update detailed databases of information, organizing schedules for meetings and appointments, answering clients' and customers' queries in a timely manner, both verbally and in writing, answering and making phone calls, and then also, of course, other tasks as determined by the client. So yeah, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Okay, so this one says, what are the requirements for the administrative assistant position? Okay, so to be considered for this opportunity, you should have advanced or native English skills, both written and spoken. Friendly reminder that the English levels that we are accepting is either B2, C1, or C2. You also need professional experience in a similar role or a related degree, or both. You also need to have excellent attention to detail and superior ability to prioritize. You also need to have strong written and verbal communication skills. You need to have proficiency in MS Office, including Outlook, Word, and PowerPoint, and Excel. And you also need to own your own reliable and updated PC, a headset, and a good internet speed of at least 30 megabytes per second. Once again, if you guys need any tips to learn how you can make your PC reliable and updated to be able to meet this requirement, which is a requirement that we have for all of our positions, please be sure to rewatch from scratch this live session because we just gave really, really good tips on how to keep your computer reliable and up to date and how to be a good computer good taker. So yeah, we wish you the best of luck if you meet the requirements and you decide to reapply. Remember that we'll leave the whole live session recording after we finish streaming so that you can take some notes regarding the tips that I just mentioned. So yes, thank you for your question.
Yes, guys, you could find the recording on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn right after we end this live session. Okay, so Angelina from YouTube says, I want to work with you. What are the requirements to apply? Okay, Angelina, thank you so much for your question. So you will need a reliable computer, a headset, an internet connection with speeds of at least 30 megabits per second. And you also need to meet the requirements, skills and qualifications for the position you are applying for. But please let us know which position you are interested in for a more detailed answer. And also you need to match our core values, the ABCDEs. Attack your day, be incredible, complete the job, dream big, and you should have an excuse-free attitude. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Okay, so this one says, what are the duties of a marketing assistant? Okay, so for the marketing assistant position, duties include but are not limited to helping plan and implement the marketing and advertising activities of the firm, also planning events, writing copy, posting on social media, and assisting in keeping the company visible and connected to the clients and prospects. You can also be in charge of content creation, maybe some basic video editing, maybe social media management. It honestly depends a lot on the requirements or the necessities from the client, from your employer. But overall, you can expect these types of duties or similar duties. So yeah, thank you for your question.
Okay, so Alvaro from LinkedIn says, for the virtual assistant position, is there a gender quote? Okay, so thank you so much for this question. It is a super important question. So to answer it, Alvaro, there is no gender requirement or quota for Jobdoc positions. At Jobdoc, we value equal opportunity, diversity, and a healthy work environment. We match candidates with companies that share these values and provide a fair recruitment process for all candidates, regardless of race, gender identity or expression, sexual orientation, religion, age, disability, or any other status protected by applicable law. Then, of course, in the countries we hire from. So that is Argentina, Colombia, El Salvador, Honduras, and of course, Mexico as well. Thank you so much for this question.
Thank you. It was a very important question. I don't think we receive that very often, but it's a really important information. So thank you for asking this. And thank you, Morning, for sharing this. Of course, that is 100% true. So yes, thank you guys. We're only basing on your experience.
Absolutely.
So for this next question, this one says, do I need a high school diploma or degree to apply? Well, for the marketing positions, you need to have marketing experience or a marketing background, or both. For example, a degree in marketing or another associated qualification. For the administrative positions, you need to have a minimum of 9 months of experience or a field-related qualification. So yes, thank you very much. You do require either professional experience or to have a related degree or qualification for all of our positions.
Okay, so Rocio from LinkedIn says, hi, how is the daily contact with US team and how do they assign the tasks? Okay, Rocio, thank you so much for your question. So you will use virtual conferencing tools such as Zoom, WebEx, Google Workspace, Slack, or Microsoft Teams to keep in touch with your US-based teams. This will obviously depend on the organization you are placed with and the programs they use. But yeah, you could expect to use programs such as Zoom, WebEx, Google Workspace, Slack, or Microsoft Teams. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you for your question. Okay, so this one says, what kind of contract am I getting? Thank you for asking. The regular contract period is for 1 year. This includes the 90-day probationary period that you start once you get hired. By the way, please remember that you need to be successful in every stage of the application process in order to get hired and start your 90-day probationary period. So yeah, thank you for your question.
Okay, so Sophia from LinkedIn says, can we apply if we have zero experience working from home? Okay, so Sophia, previous experience in a remote position is not mandatory, but it is valuable. So, of course, also, any other work experience you have that could be remote or on-site jobs will also be considered. Please add all the information, all the experience you have, and of course, we will take that into consideration as well. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Okay, so next question. Hello, Alina and Morne. Hello to you as well. What abilities do you think are needed for the intake specialist position? Okay, so the skills and traits required are to have a high efficiency and time management. You also need to have administrative skills, a lot of attention to detail. You also need to have advanced or native levels of English skills, both written and spoken. Remember that the levels that we are taking as good levels to work with us are B2, C1, or C2. You also need to have excellent interpersonal communication skills and of course, proficiency in MS Office and computer literacy. Other important requirements include having at least 9-month experience in a related field and or a degree. And you should also have your own reliable PC, a headset, and internet speed of at least 30 megabytes per second, and well, of course, to have a permanent workspace at home, because all of our positions are fully virtual. You will always be working from home. And once again, if you want to know how to keep your PC reliable, which is one of the requirements for any of our positions, be sure to rewatch this live session from scratch. Morna and I gave 5 tips on how to keep your computer reliable and up to date and safe, and keep the information that you have in that PC safe. So yeah, please be sure to rewatch from scratch and take some notes. We'll leave this live session recording on the 3 platforms that we're streaming currently right now, which are Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So make sure to watch from scratch after we finish the streaming if you want to know some tips on how to keep your PC reliable.
Exactly. And yeah, also guys, if you are, I'm actually speaking to the viewers who are re-watching this live session on the platforms. If you are currently watching this live session and you also have some questions of your own, please feel free to ask your questions in the comment section. We will definitely answer them as well. I mean, yeah, of course, this is a live session and we are answering the questions live now at this current stage, but also we will keep tabs on the comment section as well. So if you have questions and you're rewatching this live session, please feel free to send them. And of course, you can also DM us on our social media platforms as well. Okay, so Non Dumiso from LinkedIn says, I have a question. If I applied for a post but got rejected, now for a different role, would I still qualify to apply? Okay, so thank you so much for your question. If you were rejected and you are interested in a different role, you can definitely apply with a different email address. But if you were rejected after an interview, please contact your guide to find out if you are eligible to reapply. So please get in touch with your guide if you failed after the interview stage, but if not, you can most certainly reapply, but please be sure to use a different email address. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Okay, so this one says, how can I be considered for the marketing assistant opportunity? I'm interested in that one. Okay, so to be considered for this opportunity, you should have proficiency in English, having advanced or native levels, both written and spoken. The English levels that we accept are either B2, C1, or C2, which are advanced or native. You also need to have excellent attention to detail and superior ability to prioritize. You need to have strong written and verbal communication skills. You need to have 2 years of professional experience at least, or a degree in marketing, or both. You also need to be proficient in MS Office. And once again, you need to have your own reliable and updated PC. If you want some tips, watch the live session from scratch. You also need to have a headset and a good internet speed of at least 30 megabytes per second. Thank you for your question.
Okay, so we got another question. Hi, hello to you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I already applied once I sent all the requirements, but I never had an interview. Can I apply again to the same position, or should I try another one? I'm from Argentina. That's why I would know how you do the payroll and what currency it is. Okay, so thank you so much for your question. You can reapply with a different email address to the same position, or to a different one if you feel you are qualified for. Just remember to use a different email address, as I just mentioned a couple of minutes ago. And then salaries are paid in US dollar via a payroll platform called On Top. So you will be assisted with the setup of your account once you are hired. And then also you will be able to transfer your salary to your or a third-party bank account or to a virtual or crypto wallet, which I personally believe is super, super awesome. But yeah, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you, guys. Keep the questions coming. We have a few more minutes, so if you haven't sent your questions, now's the time before we stop. So yeah, thank you very much to the ones that have already sent their questions over. Here we have another one. This one says, "Hi guys, thank you for the live. Thanks to you for joining. I wanted to know if you provide training at some point." Yes, there is a 1 week paid training period that is part of the application process. Actually, we call it the Doc University. You'll know more about it during the application process. Any further training is provided when you start working with your employer after you are successful in the application process and you get hired. There is a 90-day paid probationary period in which you will do your training. You will learn more about the firm that you're matched with, and you will know like the logistics and the dynamic. And yes, this is contingent on your employer. So yes, thank you very much for asking. It's a really, really good question.
Yeah, most certainly. Thank you so much for your questions, guys. Okay, so next question. Hello, I'm a Spanish speaker from Colombia looking to improve my English. Do you have any advice for me? Okay, well, thank you so much for your question. First of all, we are seeking bilingual speakers. So the fact that you are already speaking English is great, of course. So now we can work on your English skills. And once you achieve an English level that falls between B2, C1 or C2, you are ready to apply for one of our career opportunities. But to come back to your question and to give you some advice on how to improve your English, I would say that you should practice speaking and listening as much as possible. So you can find conversation partners online or in-person people to practice with. And then I would also say that you should read a variety of materials such as books, articles, and news stories to expose yourself to different styles of writing, of course. And then also watch English language movies and TV shows with subtitles to help you understand spoken English and pick up new words and phrases along the way. Study grammar and practice using them in context. And then I think this is also a super crucial tip. Try to surround yourself with English as much as possible. I mean, whether that's listening to English language music, or using English language apps or social media, it is definitely going to help you a lot. And then you can also, of course, work with a tutor or take an online class. So a tutor can give you personalized attention and help you focus on the areas of English that you need the most help with. But yeah, guys, I mean, remember that it is a process which will take time. So please be patient and consistent in your efforts. You will definitely get there. And once you are there, please do not hesitate to apply. You can visit our website at jobdoc.com, hit the apply now button. And if you decide to do so, we wish you the best of luck and good luck with your English as well. I'm pretty sure that you are going to do an amazing job.
Exactly. Thank you, guys. Okay, so this question over here says, "Hello, thank you for answering questions. I appreciate it. Last one, must I remove my contact information from all my documents or should I leave it somewhere?" Yes, please remove your contact information from every document requested. Please remember that the first step of the application process, the first step of the first stage is to fill in the blank spaces of your contact information, and that's the only moment you'll need to send it over. That's how we will contact you. But as for your documents, please do not include it. Thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. So Andrea from LinkedIn says, what are the differences between administrative assistant and intake specialist? Thank you so much for this question. Okay, so the duties of an administrative assistant include, but are not limited to, making travel and meeting arrangements, preparing reports, maintaining appropriate filing systems, and then, of course, other tasks as determined by the client. Whereas the intake specialist role duties include, but are not limited to, welcoming and registering new clients, maintaining and updating detailed databases of information, organizing schedules for meetings and appointments, answering clients' and customers' queries in a timely manner, both verbally and in writing, answering and making phone calls, and then also, of course, other tasks as determined by the client. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Guys, we are going to start answering the last questions of the live session. So yeah, if you haven't asked, literally now's the time. If you can't have the question solved, or if you have any further questions right after we finish the live session, don't ever hesitate to send your questions or request information. We're always there to help you. Please don't be afraid to send us a DM, send us an inbox. We're present on almost every social media platform. We have a live chat on the website as well. We have people answering the live chat at all moments. So yes, just be sure to send your questions away. And yeah, you can also send us an email to help@jobdoc.com. And yeah, just be sure to send your questions. We're happy to help. We also have a WhatsApp number. So yeah, just request the information. We're always there to help. Don't worry if you didn't have your question solved right now, because you are always able to send your questions. And well, so one of the last questions is, how long do I have to submit my documents? Thank you for your question. You have 2 weeks, but the faster you move, the faster your application process will be. If you have your documents ready before, be sure to send them as soon as possible. And I promise you that the application process will have like a more smooth process. So yes, thank you and best of luck.
As always, guys, best of luck. We are truly rooting for you guys. I'd also love to give a shout out to Jacqueline from LinkedIn. Jacqueline is also asking a lot of questions. So yeah, thank you so much for that. We truly appreciate it. Okay, so Jacqueline is saying, I have a communications degree. Can I apply to the marketing assistant position? Well, yes, of course, Jacqueline. I mean, it will certainly be considered alongside any marketing experience you have and your marketing portfolio as well. You can visit our website at jobdoc.com. As we have mentioned throughout the live session, we have plenty of resources on our website, and there are actually a lot of tips in one of our resources regarding your marketing portfolio. So please do not hesitate to download our free downloadable resource. You can find it on our website, and it is going to give you a lot of tips on the marketing portfolio as well. And then, of course, we also have other resources which contains other tips like, tips for your interview, your resume, the marketing portfolio, and so on and so forth. So yeah, please be sure to check that out. And if you decide to apply, as always, we wish you the best of luck.
Yes, best of luck, guys. Okay, so we have another question from Jacqueline. Thank you for your questions. Like Morning mentioned, shout out to you. So this one says, how is the relationship with the company that I'll be working with? By video calls, full chat, email? Okay, so we had a similar question earlier. You will use virtual conferencing tools such as Zoom, Webex, Google Workspace, Slack, or Microsoft Teams to keep in touch with your US-based teams. This will obviously depend on the organization you are placed with and the programs that they use. And you will also use email, and if the client you are placed with requires it, you may use VoIP for phone calls. Remember, all of the exact programs, tools, and tasks will be determined by the client you are placed with. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your question, or another question, Jacqueline. Okay, so Angela from LinkedIn says, I have a software development and management degree. Can I apply to administrative assistant or virtual intake specialist? Thank you so much for your question, Angela. So you can apply for the position you feel best equipped for. So be sure to check our career opportunities page on our website to view the options. You can read the career description on either the administrative assistant, intake specialist, and then from there on out you can decide, and of course you can apply to the position you feel most comfortable with, and also the position that you believe you have the most experience in. So I mean, it is absolutely all up to you, but in the end, if you decide to apply, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for your question.
Best of luck, guys. Okay, so Santiago from LinkedIn says, I've applied just like 5 days ago. You know how long that may take to get a response? To get a response, there's an average time of response from 5 to 7 business days. This is super important. You should not consider Saturdays or Sundays, just 5 to 7 business days in order to get a response. Be sure to double check your spam folder, because sometimes, most of the times, our emails land in there. So maybe you already received a response, but it's just in the spam folder. That's why you weren't notified by your email. So yeah, just double check your spam folder. And if still 7 business days have passed and you check your spam folder as well and there's nothing there, if you haven't received a response, please send an email to help@jobdoc.com to follow up. Be sure, guys, that we will always try to follow up with you as soon as we have the update on your process. So yes, thank you very much. So basically, to sum it up, it's from 5 to 7 business days in order to get a response. Double check your spam folders because maybe the response landing there. And if you still haven't received a response after the 7 business days and there's nothing in the spam folder, send us an email to help@jobdoc.com for the follow-ups.
Okay, guys, so we are running out of time. I believe this is the last question of the day. But yeah, guys, I mean, thank you so much for sending your questions. We had a blast answering them, and to everyone who is applying to our career opportunities, and also for those who still wants to apply, we wish you all the best of luck. And yeah, we really hope that today's live session was insightful for you. So yeah, thank you so much for the questions. So for the last question of the day, I have many years of experience, but I feel so nervous to make an interview. I mean, I know that I have a lot of knowledge, but I need some time to practice my English with the goal that my teammates understand me. Wow, thank you so much for this. It actually, it inspires me to see how many people, there is outside in this world who truly, wants to move forward in life. And I mean, you want to improve your English and all of that. And you say that you are feeling nervous to make the interview, but you know what, at the end of the day, if you practice your English and you give it your all, that is truly all that matters. And yeah, I mean, I give a big thumbs up to you for, putting in the effort and trying your best. It's super inspirational to see. So, I mean, thank you so much for sharing this. But then I could also tell you to check out our resources for tips on improving your English. It's truly insightful. So I can also give you some personal tips from my end as well. I think that it's crucial to practice speaking and listening as much as possible. With that said, you can find conversation partners online or in person to practice with. And then you can also read a variety of materials such as books, articles and news stories to expose yourself to different styles of writing. And then something that's also crucial is to try to surround yourself with English as much as possible, whether that means listening, to English language music or using English language apps or social media. And then, yeah, of course, remember that it is a process which will take time. Be patient and consistent in your efforts, and I'm pretty sure that you will do an amazing job. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing this. And if you are currently in the interview stage, we absolutely wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys, for your questions and for your attention during today's topic of the live session. Once again, please remember that we'll leave the live session recording in the 3 platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, so that you can rewatch from scratch whenever you want. Today's topic was to give you some tips on how to keep your computer reliable, which is one of the requirements for any of the positions. So that's why we consider it super important. So make sure to watch it and maybe take some notes. And well, as always, thank you very much for your attention. We wish you the best of luck, and we really encourage you guys to apply now. Thank you to all the team that's behind the scenes helping us with the live sessions. Thank you, Mornay. It's always an honor to co-host this live session with you. And well, I really had a great time. Thank you, guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, guys. And then next Wednesday at 1 p.m. EDT, I will host the Modernize World live session exclusively on Instagram. I will invite a guest to join me as well. We are going to talk about the application process. So we are going to go into great detail on the application process. So guys, please remember to bring a pen and paper along. I truly believe that it is going to be an insightful live session. And then, of course, we are also going to answer your questions regarding Jobdoc and the application process. So that's next Wednesday, April the 19th at 1 p.m. EDT exclusively on our Instagram page. But yeah, I mean, Alina, thank you so much. It's always an honor to co-host the Dark Life live session with you. To our team helping behind the scenes, Miguel, thank you so much for the transitions. And also our other team members who sends us the questions, because we can't get to everything as we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So our team members are assisting us with that as well. And then a big thanks to the audience. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you so much for asking your questions. Alina and I had an absolute blast assisting you guys today. We always enjoy helping you guys and providing tips to you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully I will see you next week for the Modernize World live session. But yeah, from my end, thank you so much. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye, guys.